Okay, so this is a little film, basically back in sixth form in school. So back when I was six, 17, had to write a script. We did it for film noir. Yeah, and this is that script. Now, it's for film noir. It's like a voiceover of a guy that's murdered somebody. I wrote it as a joke. Yeah, and let's just hear it. Okay, so it's called like Film Noir Alley. It's as simple as that. Yeah, we never recorded it because it's just a joke, but we got a good mark. In the one that we did record, we got like maximum marks because it was that good. But yeah, I just killed a man about 5 minutes ago. He was the son of a man of the cloth, except the cloth was stained in generations of shit. Killer, philanderer, paedophile, drug dealer. He's part of the disenchanted youth generation, and so was I. He was torn from a shit-stained cloth. By the way, this was just like a bunch of different lines, and not all of them would have made it ideally, but I just wrote this as a joke. I took him hard from behind. Rumours blowing in the wind say that's how he liked it. I took him deep into Satan's alley. So deep. Satan's alley is full of some real pieces of shit. They stink of crime. I pounded him so hard I broke half the bones in my body. I gave him internal bleeding and damaged his spleen. My crack addiction started when I experimented a few years ago in 2005. See, this is really, really old. I'm talking about 2005. Now I can barely go a day without the big C in me, filling me up to the brim, penetrating my veins throughout my body in every orifice, so filled till my eyes pop. I can't think straight without some big C in me. I like to be filled to the brim until my mind can't take anymore. At first, it was just casual. I was getting blow from strangers until they became acquaintances, became friends. It wasn't until I started the big C, taking the big C every day, and so spiraled deeper and deeper into my dealer's crack until it was so dark and everything became so messy and murky. I knew I had a problem when I shoveled through 2 kilograms of crack in one day. I managed to quit for 2 days, but I couldn't abstain. All I could think about was crack everywhere. He started dealing a new form of it. I was getting involved in petty crime to fund my addiction. Within a day, I became fully immersed in his crack. I was tunnelling through his crack like a mole with its squinting solitary eye in the front. I pounded him so hard and vigorously in the arse. Of course I cleaned him out before pummeling. I could feel his rock pressed up against my leg. I cleaned him out of his crack and cleaned him off his shit and put it sealed into my pocket. Just a precaution, as I don't want to get my gear, and then in brackets, aka my dick, and then end bracket, dirty and sticky after the pounding I was going to give him as basic hygiene 101. He was a scumbag and deserved to be plowed to death. The sight of him made my skin crawl, my skin tingle, and then in brackets, aka a boner. What? I was solid as a rock, and I felt harder and harder as I pounded him. He was quite a big guy. I took him down like a hairy bear. He ploughed me in the arse with his high prices too many times, so I decided to return the favour and fuck him in the arse. As I turned him inside out, I could see the fear in his eyes. All I could smell was blood, piss and shit. I think I pounded him so hard that Ali stunk of his shit. Not even the night air could absorb it. You could tell in his big brown eyes he was gagging for me to stop pounding him, but I hadn't even peaked yet. I'm not going to finish until I peak. I can't get halfway and just stop. His eyes wanted to know when I would peak, but my eyes told him I haven't even begun to peak. But I will soon, and he will know when I've peaked because he will feel it as he will have a warm mess all over the face and on the floor. I jerked my gun to cock it, and then jerked my stiff and sticky trigger, which created an explosion in the barrel as it combusted. My round burst into his face and created one horrible sticky mess as it covered his face and in his hair. And then in brackets, he should use it as hair gel, end bracket. Let me teach you guys a lesson. He was a low-life scum and I was a good kid, and the cream always rises to the top. And I have so much cream inside of me, it always gets up in people's faces, and they hate it because they can smell it on them. And you're gonna see the white hot cream of a killer. I am the cream, and my cream is all over his face. I was on top and he was on bottom, and then in brackets, power, end bracket. I'm gonna eat his butt into smithereens. As I pounded him, Satan's alley became my alley, as all the pieces of shit had left the scene of an old, outdated crime. The cops forcefully entered and penetrated my alley hard. They came in quickly from nowhere, no invitation or consent. They really drilled me, and I was gone like a ferret through a tunnel. I banged him so hard, I raped him in the arse. That's not even like vague. I gave him a black eye as I put an ink-covered nut in his eye. I decided not to go surgical and wear rubber gloves. My tool from a sticky mess. I wanted to see flesh on flesh, mano et mano. Is that like French and Spanish? And I didn't quite get how that sentence was worded. Reward worth our dicks. He was a real dick. I think I've got bad spelling. This thing is reward with our dicks. He was a real dick. He screamed out, calm down and relax. Little did he know I was going to relax all over him. He acted like he had a gerbil up his ass, or at least that's what he sounded like. He's a bear and I'm a twig. What? It's not even subliminal. He's a bear and I'm his twig. What? It's like it's like beyond on the nose. Like the vague stuff is on the nose, the subliminal stuff is on the nose. This is just like, I don't even know. My body is pumped and he is ready to pound. I feel swollen, or he. Yeah, like this is like, I've not spell checked this, and this was written like, how many years ago? In 2008, 2009. Okay, written in like 2009. So that's like 14 years ago. Okay, so where was I? I'm tearing his arse apart. It's so raw, like a pound of bacon. I'm going to jam his arse with so much pain. My arse is going to be jammed with so much money and misdemeanors and felonies. ABH, GBH, rape, murder, to name a few. They're going to jam my arse with so many lawyers. Pounding a man for an hour is enough to make the hardest of men soft. After shooting him, I feel drowsy, like sleeping. The classic post-nut sleepiness. He had no idea I was going to take him from behind. That's my favourite position in a rumble, so I can give him a pounding. I don't ask for consent, it ruins the surprise. Surprise is my best friend in battle. I came on him in Satan's alley. I came to his face like a shotgun. I should lick his toes / nipples to freak him out, call him wet nips, make him know I mean business. What the hell? He told me to get off him. Eventually, as I peeked, I will get off him. The words no, don't, and stop never work on me. I'm a predator. I thought I would be filled with emotions of happiness after killing him, but my body just secretes sticky sadness. I'm in muck and mire. I don't know what that even is. I'm engorged with emotions. I'm a criminal. I'm just a dick pounding a guy in his face. Okay, that's it, done. Yeah, you can see like somebody said it just made no sense. Some of them are just like so they're just beyond on the nose. They're literally like on the eye or something like that. On the brain. That is a 2009 work. But I wrote that as a joke. but I did give it to people at school and they quite liked it because it was just ridiculous. But yeah, that is it. My